Welcome to the presentation of Spheres. Spheres is a project-based launcher for Microsoft Windows. It will come for other operating systems too. At the moment, it's developed for Microsoft Windows as a native WinUI application. Here, a sphere represents group of applications, folders, and files that are related to an activity you are going through on your PC in a period of time. So, for example, let's say you are developing spheres, exactly. You probably would like to open Microsoft Visual Studio Code, some WinUI galleries, and other tools. And with this tool, you can open all this seamlessly and close this seamlessly. So, for example, in this case, we created three spheres: League of Legends, PC Monitor, and UI galleries. So WinUI galleries are actually some tool I use during WinUI application development in order to uh, keep track of the various UI elements that are in WinUI. So for example, let's try to launch this sphere. It has two facets inside it. Facet is the name we give to components of a sphere. And so, for example, in this case, we have two facets, and these two facets are practically Windows Community Toolkit and WinUI 3 Gallery. As you have seen, with one click, I launched the two applications, which are my sphere. And with two clicks, I can close my two applications. Now, Spheres Exit is not nothing else than a tool from Spheres that will allow us to close seamlessly the applications. In this case, for example, we closed correctly with UI3 Gallery, but we didn't close correctly the toolkit because it isn't able to. So I ask you if you want to kill. If you want to kill, you click kill, and you have killed the two apps. Let's say, for example, sometimes during my WinUI 3 app development, I need some tool to PC my monitor processes. No, in this case, this is a sphere that contains as well two facets, which are two applications. And when you click here, obviously what you obtain is that OCCT and Task Manager are going to launch seamlessly. So as you can see, Task Manager is started, OCCT is starting now. Okay. And this is nice because maybe you have Visual Studio Code open and you want to open OCCT and Task Manager to see how your process is behaving on your PC. So as you can see now, I have at the same time, the nice thing is that I can mix up the things. So let's say I have my Visual Studio open and I want to have the PC monitor sphere and the WinUI gallery sphere. I can open both of them at the same time, and then I can close both of them. Yes, as you can see, the two apps have closed, and as you can see, the two apps have closed. So let's give a look on how to create a sphere and which type of elements you can add to a sphere. So let's say we want to create a sphere that is related to spheres development. Particularly, we want to add Visual Studio, and we want that when we open the sphere, the Visual Studio already has the solution open. So okay, let's click to add. As you can see, spheres will scan your system and see what's list here in running facets, what is already running on your PC, and you can easily add this. But in this case, we don't want to add OBS that actually I'm using to recording my screen. we want to add particularly a file, okay? And particularly in this file, we want to put spheres and we want to put our solution for Visual Studio, open, okay, add. And so we have our sphere solution. And also I want to add an URL in particularly. And in particular, I want to put https github.com/copilot because I always use Copilot while I working on spheres pretty much as a helper. Okay, so now we have this. We add a beautiful name where we call this facet spheres. Okay, and we create it. Now we go on the dashboard. Okay, and we open spheres. And as you can see, I get Copilot, and on my other monitor, but I move here in order to show you, I already have spheres opened. I will move it back in order to make you show. Okay, and as you can see, I can mix and match always. So let's say I'm in a moment where I'm working on my exam files. I can actually open my UI galleries and have all my spheres development toolkit here. And then let's say my day has been very hard. I can close spheres, okay? And as you can see, Chrome and Visual Studio have closed. I can close my WinUI galleries, okay? And to relax a bit, I'm starting to play a bit of League of Legends. Now League of Legends should start. Let's wait a bit. Here is the Riot client, okay? And you can play with League of Legends. At the same time, you can close the Riot client, killing it, obviously. That's it. I hope you enjoyed. Very quickly, this is a beta at the moment. It's very work in progress. So I will share the code on GitHub and work on it another bit and then make it public. It will be released in open source. And you will find all the information around this video wherever you find it published. Thank you so much. Bye bye.